Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren.
And this is
Earbud.
Budicus. Or Earbud.
Yep.
To the point.
And it is Vlogmas Day 23.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I wanted to say 22.
Because there are 2 days to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had my treat yesterday. We had a Tesco's delivery.
Yeah.
And I had my vanilla crowns. Now, do you know what the real treat is with them? They drizzle just the tiniest bit of icing on them.
No, they didn't. Well, things are tight, aren't they?
Yeah. You all know how much I love icing if you've been watching this vlog.
Yeah.
And I don't allow it to myself very often.
Yeah.
At Christmas, I will treat myself and have a vanilla crown because they only put a teeny bit on.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the only bit we had yesterday, was it?
No, I've actually got another unboxing for you today because I got my Sainsbury's, I've got my Tesco's delivery.
Yeah.
So,
of punnet of strawberries.
£2.25. I thought, do you know what? The strawberries haven't been lasting particularly well, so I haven't had any for a while.
There you go. A punnet of.
Now,
4 strawberries.
If you can't see that, as you can see, it is sealed. We have done this on purpose, so I can open it.
And show that there are
1. I mean, they don't look the healthiest. I mean, especially like they're starting to go.
1, 2, 4 strawberries.
4 blooming strawberries for £2.25. I mean, they're huge, but it's not quite what I had in mind. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we have 4 strawberries, but it tickled me so much. I was a bit annoyed, I must admit. But it tickled me so much that I thought, I'm gonna have to show you lot.
Yeah, so someone put them in there because basically they would never have sold them because you pick them up in the shop and you go. I don't blame
Tesco's for this. Their pickers are going to be extremely busy at the moment anyway. So they probably just grab it, to be perfectly honest, which they shouldn't really do, but they do. They just grab it. It's a busy time of year, I get it. But whoever packed this, that is down to them. You shouldn't get more than one that
You'll probably get a machine
in there.
Darling.
Do you reckon?
No, because the chances of four large ones like that going into one bit, no.
I reckon somebody was having a laugh. The thing is, if you're the one getting 4 strawberries instead of a punnet for £2.25, you know.
Yeah.
So needless to say, we just felt a little bit shortchanged because the big ones aren't always that nice.
No, it usually tastes like water.
Usually the little ones are nice.
Right. Anyway, on to the good stuff. There we go.
There you go. Are you just sniffing, mate? You happy? Mind your head. Oh, God, something else to sniff, mother. Right, what have we got? Number 23, which is this corner.
Number 23.
I am watching him out the corner of my eye as well, and so's Daddy.
Yeah.
You and your blooming table obsession. I should get you a little table for Christmas. Leave the strawberries alone. There's only 4 of them. There's not enough one each for you, lot.
No, there isn't, no.
Okay, yes, Mummy will cut it up and share some with you after she's tested it.
Pushed it down for you.
Yeah, bud.
That was nice of him. He had a better job of putting that down than you do.
I don't mean to disturb you, and I know the viewers love to see you.
Yeah, your backside.
Why is it always your backside? He's got a lovely bunch of coconuts, the same colour.
Yeah.
Right. No, I know a bunch is an equivalent of 2. Where are you going? Right. I'm afraid, Daddy.
We're going to have to ball him.
We're going to have to ball him.
Yeah.
Right. He's happily ensconced in his ball. He just sniffs and licks everything.
Yeah.
Right. Day number 23.
Yep.
2 days to go.
Same as the icing.
Same as the icing. The only icing I'm getting. Tesco's, you're naughty. But on the upside, we did get our flower pots.
We did.
I may get down to show you one of them later.
Nah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I forgot about them and all. They're so cool. I have got such good taste. Oh dear. When I remember, anyway. Oh, it's even got the little horns.
It has, yeah.
The claw. Oh no, I think that's
That's
Mikey,
not
actually.
I say it's more likely to be Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. They've got 3 eyes anyway. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I have got a very large Sully as well. No, I haven't got a clue what I did with him. Come here, don't look. Oh, did you notice? Actually did them yesterday.
Woohoo!
Mind you, it was only because I got confused on the time, because it's been getting so dark.
So I did mine. I did mine to match my beard, but I haven't done my beard yet.
No. You still want to do bits. Mind you, you see, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to dye my hair, but
When for?
It's not looking likely now. No. Let's say my hair actually goes down past my bum, so well, it goes a fair way anyway, and
He shut it up.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I bet you can't shut it when you go to shut it.
You tell him to shut it.
He didn't even try as well.
Yes, well. Yeah, bud.
So he didn't even try.
I ate that duck, I ate that hamster. Bloody show off. Goodness sake. Lumineck, as like. Oh, goodness. Oh, can you believe this thing? Right. Yay!
I thought you were going to go back, start around the beginning again.
I thought I was going to be telling everybody to go make themselves a cup of tea or something.
Oh, your preferred beverage?
Right. And yes, it's still getting heavier every day. So we're looking for day 21.
So
there it is. It's above 9, but below 11.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, what we got? We've got another ball. We'll have another ball, should we? It's 22.
Sure it's day
23.
It's day 23.
Yeah.
We've done that one.
Yeah.
He's trying to compete. I thought, crikey, this smells the same as yesterday's.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Everybody who was screaming at the screen, 23. You're right.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I thought that's odd. I was pretty sure it was a draw. Right. Oh. Oh dear. When I go to empty this, I'll tell you, I'm going to be... Oh, I don't remember that. This is the Hufflepuff fragrance spray.
Is it coconut Hufflepuffy?
No.
I know.
Coconut.
I know it's Slytherin.
No, Slytherin's melon.
Oh, that's right.
Hufflepuff is tangerines. I smell like a satsuma.
No, it's satsumas. It's not tangerines.
That's what I meant.
How very Christmassy.
It smells like a tangerine.
No, it smells like a satsuma.
But it's a satsuma. Surprisingly though.
But they don't differentiate them anymore, do they? They are easy peelers.
Easy peelers.
Now. You have to look at the little bit to see what it is.
Well, shall I tell you something? Right.
Yeah.
They've bunged them all together in being easy peelers. I'm not a lover of tangerines, and I'm also not. But I don't.
But clementines I don't as well.
Clementines I can't stand.
Yeah.
Satsumas I very much like. So satsumas or tangerines are fine. What do I usually get? Clementines. Makes a good song though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my darling.
Yeah, that's the one.
She was lost and gone forever.
Yeah.
And her shoes are number 9.
I don't know. You can tell we're a bit special because, after all, how many people unbox strawberries?
That's right.
Right.
Hairwick.
To be honest, I would have had some strawberries last night, but I just didn't want to ruin it for you. Right, day 23 in a sec.
Yeah. Some strawberries you can't afford to have some strawberries. You can have one.
Luckily, I've got raspberries as well.
Yeah. And there were more than 4 in there. Yeah.
Why do I do it? That isn't actually. That isn't the bad one.
No, that's the cookie one.
That's my least favourite. It's quite buttery and vanilla-y this morning, and
right. And
normally it's not
we've got
too bad.
Gracie's Court.
But no, let's say not on a slightly dodgy tummy.
Let me guess. It's going to have slight hints of mint.
I don't know. I've only got 2 doors left, and I keep finding 24. There we are. Oh, you little sausage! Oh, my mum's sausage rolls are amazing.
Right.
Great. Frankincense and myrrh, babe. I said about that yesterday, didn't I, peoples?
Oh, frankincense is the only one that colour.
It is the only one.
Oriental frankincense, myrrh, and bergamot blend with precious woods and amber.
That is really nice. That is a nice sniff. Whether, I'm going to say, no idea with these how long they last, but it doesn't smell of mint, surprisingly.
No, because it's too strong.
Yeah.
So the scent's too strong for that.
But I've got plenty of time though for next year to.
The scent's too strong on that, and total opposite.
But don't worry, people. We are nearly there. We are nearly at the votive. I can't contain my excitement much longer, but I don't need to. Right. Not moaning, really. It was only cheap. But, and as I said before, tea lights are quite handy. It's a white
It's a white one.
Yay. They look a bit insipid together, don't they?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right.
And
lovely.
Happy Xmas to you.
Yay.
To go on days there's left to.
There's number 23. Number 24 is below it, actually. I only noticed because I looked to see whether I can stick my finger up the side and push it out from the bottom, which I can't because it's the only one left. Oh, you little... It's another one that's stuck to it, people.
Heave.
Oh, my. Right, I've got it. I just need to get the
marvellous mechanical oil burner thing.
No, I honestly, just to show you. I mean, get it off. It's all sticky. Hang on. Right, there you go. Right, it's sticking to the blanket now as well. It's
right.
Pretty.
We've got 0. It was the dog, I believe.
Don't take a big whiff, just take small ones. because you've got a sickly sort of smell in there as well, and it hits you if you sniff it
Don't know,
too
don't
much.
like that much.
I think it'd be alright burning actually. It's got a nice little red bit on it.
It has, yeah.
But yes. Right.
Right.
You know what time it is, people?
Oocha, 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 oocha.
Right.
Alright. Alright. I have to grab a hamster.
We need a hamster.
Hello, my peoples. Hello, here it is. I'm going. Bye.
I smell strawberries.
Hello,
Oh.
fans.
Let
It's
Mummy.
me, the Mishk.
I want a strawberry. I does. I want a strawberry, peoples. Tell Mama that I want a strawberry. Look, it's there and everything for me. Right, you. Are you going to come and choose your song? Right. Right and back or something? Is that?
What?
Wine and back?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
There you go. She's so cute. That was lovely, actually.
It did sound like wine.
Yeah. No, that was pretty, wasn't it, Mish?
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to play the Mishka? Somebody desperately wanted out this morning, didn't you? You came shooting out of that. Why do you have to poo on everything? Yeah, okay, you didn't poo on the gramophone. I'll say you. But look, she is frozen. She's stuffed.
Yes, yeah, stuffed.
Right.
Right. What's next? Next,
Sherlock.
Don't get to sit down.
Yay. Flower power.
Yeah.
Now, whenever I think of flowers, I think of like daisies and bits like that, but I don't think it can be because it's the wrong time of year. Not really sure what the flowers are.
No. Lily Wayne.
Hang on.
I got him. Yeah, yeah.
But I will say this, and you probably already know, but it's on the off chance that one of you doesn't. Poinsettias are really highly toxic to animals. Full stop. So yeah, not an animal's friend, but these ones we will find out. Yeah.
So Lolly Wayne says she's got no clue. Ree Holmes. My flower knowledge is not that extensive, I'm afraid. No, ours is neither. We haven't got a clue. Angela. I don't know enough about flowers or berries either, but I guess I'd say the white ones or the poisonous ones, possibly mistletoe. Could be mistletoe. I don't know what the flower of mistletoe looks like.
No.
I've only ever seen the berries. I don't know.
No. Mistletoe is highly toxic.
It is, yeah. So I'm really loving these Holmes questions. Anytime you can keep them going, keep doing them would be great. Whatever you can find.
I've found some books, people. I think they've got about 80 puzzles in each of them. And they are actual Sherlock Holmes ones. So, because we have enjoyed them so much, I'm thinking maybe twice a month. I think once a week would be too much. But I will do once a week if it turns out that people want it. I don't know.
We'll have a think
with
on it.
80 puzzles in at least one of them. Oh,
let's have.
You are a poopy. Do you know that? You is a poopy. Yes, you is. And I thought you were a hamster. Right. hang on. What are you doing? Right, let's have a look at this solution. Whoop! Right. Want the limelight, do you?
God, does she? Does she? Does she want a bowl?
Yeah, I think so.
She's getting a bit wild and
pooping on me.
Yeah.
And I keep finding little soft poos.
Little presents.
Yeah. Do you know, they really do. They get quite cross with when I throw away their poos. They make more. Oh, right. Mishka's now happily in the ball with her brother. So
not in the ball with her brother.
No, she's balls, obviously.
Yeah.
Mind you, my girls always seem to think that the thing to do with boys is jump on them.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry too much. Right. Flower power solution. You know what that means, don't you? It means Trevor's back.
Yeah. Trevor. Kermit.
Trevor.
River.
I've got a frog in my throat. Oh no, frog is Kermit, isn't it? Trevor's a toad. Good point.
Yeah.
Right. My dear Watson, the short, unscientific descriptions are all I need to explain this sudden death. How many plants do you know that grow in our region and flower in December, when the days are at their shortest and the temperatures are around 0? Not many. I'm sure, no doubt, Miss Turner will confirm that she has Hamelesis in her garden, more commonly known as witch hazel. Really? A bush with yellow blossoms and a strong fragrance. They often flower in December, as Tommy noticed yesterday. It poses no threat and was neither poisonous nor dangerous for little Fred. In fact, the very opposite is true. It's often used for medical purposes. It's also used to get rid of any cage mites, which is why...
Your diddle's hanging all the way around. Is it? Yep.
Yeah. And so that's why I went really, because I know witch hazel is something.
Well, they use it. They used to use it on cuts and shit like that, don't they?
Yeah, that's right.
Witch hazel.
Magic water, we used to be told.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I rate witch hazel, unfortunately, because the shops have now worked out it's got all these natural bits to it. They charge a fortune.
That's right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the Lenten rose is also known as the Christmas rose. It is a very different matter. Surely it too can be found in Miss Turner's garden. Tamara picked some of the flowers to feed the hamster. It's a popular ornamental plant, but is extraordinarily toxic to humans and animals due to the combination of cardiotoxic flavonoids,
Don't know.
ecodysons. I do apologise if any of you are medical. I'm usually pretty good, but not with these. Sapinins, they're just making up words now, people. And protein munin. The Moomins did it. This substance caused the unfortunate rodent to suffer. They're not rodents. To suffer
rodents.
from severe diarrhoea. Just look at the cage if you want to be sure. And obviously led to circulatory collapse and subsequent organ failure. Only one question remains. Was it an accident, Tamara? I suspect it's more than a sad coincidence. Right hanger. Simple.
Yes, killer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, chop off her head. She got rid of the hamster.
Yeah.
Tamara burst out. I felt so sorry for him, she sobbed. In his small, narrow cage, all alone, what kind of life did he have here? I just felt sorry for him. He could come out and play with you, you silly girl.
Yeah.
Tamara, cried Mrs. Turner, you should have talked to us instead of... I don't
Kill
want
it,
to judge, said Mr. Holmes, but don't forget that hamsters, unlike many other rodents, are solitary animals by nature, and it is quite possible to read up on what can be done to make their living conditions perfectly adequate, even in cages. Now, that is true. They are solitary. There's always exceptions to the rule. I had two sisters that were.
Syrians are solitary.
Syrians are solitary. But however, as he said, it was a dwarf hamster. Most dwarf hamsters are actually fine with companions, although we have not had good experience with having
We had one.
two together. We had two robos together, and we swore we'd never do it again.
Yeah. Two robos together. Stew and Dumpling. Dumpling was the only one we had at the end because
he didn't murder his brother. He did not murder his brother.
No. His brother managed to cut his own back open and die a little while afterwards. But he didn't do it at all.
No, he didn't. Not really. And besides the fact, his little ears, bless him, his brother bits on his ears, and we gave them more space. We gave them more bits, so they had.
We gave them 2 cages. We gave them a cage each.
I mean, we did absolutely everything, and it was Christmas Day when we found him dead.
Yeah.
After we'd come back from Mum and Dad, so it was a couple of years ago. And that wasn't a good memory at all. Poor little soul. But no, I mean, Dumpling was lovely. He was such a grumpy old man in the end as well, but he really had character. Anyway, Christmas baubles. Can we just say that I can't believe it's almost like we were meant to have this one, the hamster one in it.
Yeah. Right then.
Doesn't look like it's anagrammed.
Christmas baubles. Holmes, here you are at last. Lestrade beckoned Mr. Holmes into the Sainsbury family's living room, the scene of the crime. In the middle of the room stood a magnificently decorated Christmas tree, under which a pile of broken red Christmas baubles lay instead of presents. Next to the tree, 2 police officers regarded a tied-up man. The Sainsbury family of 4, dressed in their pyjamas and dressing gowns, stood huddled in the corner of the room, looking very intimidated. That's the burglar, Lestrade said, pointing to the man in handcuffs. The family's burglar alarm went off and notified the police, who were able to apprehend him. He's the chief suspect concerning a series of burglaries at 5 further homes. Broken red Christmas tree baubles were found at each of the 6 apartments. He won't tell us anything. Holmes squatted down in front of the fine piece of broken glass. All of them red. He fished out one of the bauble hooks from among the shards. Harrod's limited edition 89 was stamped on it in small letters. A limited edition, he asked Sainsbury's. Yes, Mrs. Sainsbury replied. I bought the set of 10 for us in early December. A designer edition made exclusively for Harrod's and limited to 100 baubles. Did you notice anything strange about these baubles? Apart from being so absolutely gorgeous, no. Although, wait, one of the baubles was unusually heavy, far heavier than the others. Yeah, you were thinking the same thing I am. Yeah. We didn't hang it up because the Christmas tree branches bent so much under its weight and it threatened to fall off. Holmes stood up and pointed to the captured man. Have you been able to find out anything about this man, Lestrade? I have indeed. He was in custody for a few days only recently. There was a scuffle between him and a former colleague who had accused him of stealing. They let him go when they couldn't prove anything. Who was his employer? Harrod's. He was a sales clerk there. Is there any good reason to break into innocent families' homes and destroy their Christmas baubles? Yes, there is.
Yeah. Now,
and if you've watched Sherlock once, you'll probably know what it is as well. It was under 2 different titles, but I'm not going to tell you what the titles are.
No. That was remarkably easy, that one. For, as I said, if you
it's done the same as it's done on a Sherlock one. So yeah.
But no. So let's talk Christmas questions.
Yep.
Right, least favourite Crimbo food.
I had 2 responses yesterday.
Yeah, but don't forget, people, you can always
respond
to past questions.
That's right. People are getting busy as it's coming up to Christmas.
That's right, yes.
I know. What was it? Oh, yes. Yes, it wouldn't have been. 22nd yesterday. Leanne had her Christmas party yesterday.
Ah.
She's probably feeling a bit worse for wear in the morning this morning, actually. But she had a Christmas party last night.
Drink plenty of water.
Yeah. Lottie Wayne.
I love my lolly.
Least favourite Christmas dinner foods are roast potatoes.
Lolly Ween.
Pigs in blankets.
Yeah, I'm with her on that.
And stuffing.
Oh, I do love a stuffing.
She loves a good stuffing.
I do. I do.
I love Brussels sprouts though.
I've tried them raw, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm that fussed on them.
And we've got Angela. She can't stand Christmas pudding. It doesn't taste right to her. Although I like fruitcakes, yeah, but you don't like fruitcakes.
I don't like fruit.
You don't like dried fruit.
I don't like dried fruit.
Yeah. I really don't mind Brussels sprouts, but no one else in the house likes them. There's not a lot of the food that I don't like. There's not a lot I don't like food-wise.
I can't stand mushrooms either. I always think they look like slugs. But yeah, no. And if anybody has duck, I generally tend to try and throw bread at them. Because I love feeding ducks. Anyway, right. So, today's question.
Yeah.
Now then, I want to know, what's your favourite Christmas treat? What is your favourite chocolate? What's your,
favourite?
Are you?
Don't have to be chocolate.
Are you a quality street girl?
Is it a chocolate one? You want?
No, I want to know chocolates and treats. So you got both.
Yeah.
Stollen?
Is it like that?
Oh no, I don't like that. Oh no.
Yeah?
No.
You don't like marzipan? Yeah.
I do love a tunis cake if it's done properly, and a lot of them aren't these days, and you can't often get them. And I don't like the marzipan fruits, so Darren always gets those bits. In fact, he doesn't like the cake, so
No.
I do quite well out of the deal, really.
Yeah.
I think the best tunis cake actually I've ever had was a Sainsbury's one.
Fair enough.
Or a Tesco's, I can't remember. It's been a while. I haven't seen them on the old, I check regularly, you see, on the Christmas bit. See whether they've got tunis cake in, and they've let them down this year. Right, so, yeah, I want to know. I mean, I personally, Christmas chocolates, I always think of like Quality Street Roses, Heroes Celebrations, the big tubs, or you might get your Lindt balls out, or your Ferrero Rocher. Ruffalos, they are sort of like, you do tend to get them around Christmas, and I do love them. I do. But no, I think between Quality Street and Roses, possibly Roses actually.
I always go for Quality Street. I hold over them because it's what we always used to have when I was a kid.
Mind you,
I love the strawberry ones in them.
And
the purple ones are nice as well.
And Gillian I like as well. And the Lindt balls I like, I know that. But I have to be in the mood for the Lindt balls. Yeah, so, what's your favourite Christmas treat? And so one of mine is my mum's sausage rolls. I do like them. And the cheese and...
White wheels.
Yeah. They're nice as well. But yeah, if it's nuts, tell us. So yeah, we want to know all things treat and chocolatey.
Yep.
Right, now then, I promised you another dad one, didn't I?
Yep. And you thought of two, and you can't remember them now, can you?
I should really note them down. Lollyween's quite right. I should write a book, really, or he should.
Yeah.
But no. Do you know my mind's gone blank? How can it go blank? There are so many dad stories that I have not yet shared. I'll tell you about a hamster story instead.
Yeah.
When I was about, I suppose, 12, 13, something like that. Possibly even 14. But I had a hamster called Tickles. And the reason he was named Tickles, because in those days you didn't really know an awful lot about them too much. But I'd put my hand in the cage and he'd roll over onto his belly. Now, the reason I know, onto his back, so I could tickle his belly. Now, the reason I know it wasn't a panic response is because I'd open the cage door, he'd come running up to me, throw himself on his back and look at me and tickle his belly. So it wasn't like it was a panic response where you put your hand in and they throw themselves backwards to pretend to be dead.
We've had a panic response one before.
We have had a panic response one before, yes.
Willow, she used to jump in. She used to jump about 3 or 4 inches in the air and then land on her back. And then she'd look with one. She'd open one eye.
I'll be honest. She did. To be fair, I mean, it was quite comical. To be fair, we didn't have Willow very long because
she had some problems.
We know there were problems inside because
she used to fart as she ran.
Well, not run exactly. She was sort of jet propelled. Seriously, I mean, you had that noise constantly all the time she moved. And
she was quite a fun little girl, but she was
really sweet-natured.
She only lived about 6 weeks after we had her. So there was something wrong.
So we were sort of disputing because she seemed perfect health. She just seemed windy, and I even phoned up the vet about it, and he said some can be windy, and to keep an eye on her. And to be perfectly honest, we had her such a short amount of time, and she would eat properly, she would drink properly, her toilets were proper, you know. So it was a bit peculiar, really. But no, going back to Tickles, the other thing he used to do is he was a master escape artist. He really was. He would get out of his cage every blinking night, and you know when you're asleep and you sort of wake up and you feel something staring at you. It was him, 3 o'clock in the morning, every morning. Mum, is it playtime yet? He sat back on his little, and the moment he saw that I'd noticed him, he'd come running over closer, sort of thing, and throw himself on his back so I could tickle his belly. Anyway, I mean, we lived in a Victorian house. I think it's Victorian style, wasn't it?
It was Victorian. It wasn't Victorian style. It was a Victorian house.
Yeah,
it was built in Victorian period. Yeah.
And my bedroom was upstairs. Well, everybody's bedroom was upstairs. And he would. I mean, he'd get out of his cage, and I tried pegs. I tried different bits, and it might work for a few nights or what have you, but he would find a way of getting out. I really don't know how, to be perfectly frank. And he'd climb a full flight of stairs. I mean, for a little hamster to do that, you know. But no, he was lovely. He also managed to, he'd unscrew his ball bit and he'd run round. And I mean, we had Tabina.
That's not unusual for them to unscrew their balls.
No.
We tape them up.
We have to now, yeah.
Tape up the lid because so many of them would go. You'd see them. They'd push up against the corner, and Hans have got both of his paws on the pit, and he's trying to push the tap round.
They're not stupid. But no, he. I mean, it was never a problem because he came when he was called, and Sabina, bless her heart, she used to. And so she'd walk round at night terrorising people's dogs because she'd wind them up. She'd hang her tail down ever so slightly because quite a few neighbours mentioned about it. And you'd get a succession of one dog started up, then you'd But she was really good with the hamsters. She never went for them once. Probably because from the very start, when she was a kitten, they'd pummel into her in their balls. She was never really, she wasn't frightened of them, but she seemed to have a respect for them. Whereas poor old Murphy, he'd sit up on the back of my dad's chair and cry. And he'd walk in the front room and there'd be a hamster ball on the floor, obviously. And they'd be sat there on their back feet, looking up at him.
Yeah.
And he'd be sat in there crying. He's like, for God's sake, mate, you're a cat. Come on, get a grip. But no. Say, I'm sorry about the dad ones. I can't for the life of me. My brain just isn't functioning this morning at all.
No.
But I assure you there are plenty of others, and I will say them as I think of them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you've got a couple of hamstery ones anyway.
Yeah.
Sort of cat ones.
I'm sure I have.
In the mix. So, not, you know. And what's more, you've just seen 4 of the largest strawberries. So,
yeah.
You know, you've been spoiled, really. Anyway, my lovelies, if you don't get to see us today or tomorrow because you're busy, remember you can answer any of the questions that I ask.
Yep.
Once the new Sherlock one goes out with the solution, that's when you can't really answer that because we've given you the solution anyway.
So we've given you the answer.
So yeah, it's really weird because we'll get answers in during the day, and I'll be thinking,
yeah,
but we've done that one, and it's because the other one isn't on. But yeah. Anyway, my lovelies, I will let you go. Have a nice few days, and we will see you again tomorrow or whenever you watch us.
Yeah.
Bye. Be safe. Be different.
Have a good one.